Have you ever prayed with passion, believing with everything inside of you, only to later wonder why the breakthrough seemed delayed? Have you ever felt that despite your prayers, something unseen was blocking the answers you desperately needed? If so, you are not alone. Prayer is powerful, but it is not just about the words we speak when we bow our heads. It's about what we do and believe after we say, Amen. Today, at this sacred hour of 3 a.m., a time when heaven leans low and miracles stir, we are going to expose 5 critical mistakes you must avoid after you pray if you want to walk boldly into the answers God has already prepared for you. Mistake 1. Doubting God's power after you pray. Doubt is the assassin of destiny. You may have prayed with passion, but if you allow doubt to creep into your heart the moment you leave your prayer closet, you have already begun to dismantle your miracle. Hebrews 11:6 declares, "Without faith it is impossible to please God, because faith is not optional. It's the foundation." Imagine appearing before a mighty king, presenting your desperate request, only to leave muttering, "He probably won't help me." How insulting that would be. Yet how often do we do this with God? Doubt is subtle but deadly. It whispers, maybe God won't answer this time. Maybe I'm asking too much. Maybe this prayer isn't big enough for a miracle. Then if you entertain those lies, you partner with defeat. After you pray, your job is to slam the door on doubt. Lock it, throw away the key, flood your mind with the truth of who God is. Declare out loud, "My God is faithful, my God hears me, my God answers prayer." Rehearse His promises until doubt dies of starvation. You must protect the seed of your prayer with the shield of unwavering faith. If you prayed, believe. If you asked, expect. Faith is not about feelings. It's a decision to stand even when nothing looks different yet. Protect your prayer. Protect your faith. Heaven is moving even when your eyes see nothing. Mistake 2. Acting opposite to what you prayed for. Prayer without alignment is powerless. You cannot pray for healing and then confess sickness all day. You cannot pray for peace and then stir up conflict. You cannot ask God for provision and then live in fear of lack. Your actions after you pray are the loudest declaration of what you truly believe. James 2:17 reminds us, "Faith without works is dead." Dead faith prays but does not prepare. Dead faith asks but does not act. Living faith moves in the direction of the promise before it even sees the evidence. If you prayed for rain, build the ark. If you prayed for a new job, polish your skills. If you prayed for a restored marriage, sow seeds of forgiveness and humility. Every step you take in agreement with your prayer is a prophetic act declaring, "I believe God is already working." Noah didn't wait for the first drop of rain to pick up a hammer. Abraham didn't wait for a map to leave his homeland. True faith acts before it sees. True faith moves before it feels ready. Let your life shout what your prayers have whispered. Move forward in obedience and expectation, and you will meet your miracle on the road of action. Mistake 3. Rushing ahead. Impatiently waiting is warfare. The battlefield of patience is where many lose their victory. Impatience is the weapon the enemy wields to lure you into birthing something in the flesh that was meant to be born in the spirit. Abraham and Sarah grew weary and birthed Ishmael, a son born from striving, not promise. Their impatience created a legacy of conflict instead of blessing. When you move ahead of God's timing, you don't speed up the blessing, you sabotage it. Psalm 27:14 calls us to wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord. Strength is not proven by rushing. Strength is revealed by the one who can stand still with trust when the whole world demands action. Impatience will tempt you to seize opportunities that look good but are not God. It will urge you to jump at the first open door, even if it leads to a wilderness instead of a promised land. Rushing ahead manufactures counterfeit blessings that drain your soul instead of refreshing it. Wait. Wait with fierce faith. Wait with steady hands and a surrendered heart. God is never late. The delays you feel are not divine forgetfulness, they are divine preparation. Don't birth an Ishmael when God has an Isaac waiting for you. Stay still, stay ready, stay trusting. Mistake 4. Not trusting God's perfect timing. Trusting God's promises is easy. Trusting His timing, that's the real test. We live in an age of speed, instant messaging, instant gratification. But God's kingdom moves at the speed of divine wisdom. Ecclesiastes 3:1 declares, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." God's timing is not about convenience, it's about completion. You are not just waiting for the promise to be ready, you are being made ready for the promise. Every second of waiting is God carving deeper capacity inside you. Every delayed answer is a deeper root being formed. When you distrust God's timing, you invite anxiety, frustration, and spiritual exhaustion. You begin to act outside of divine rhythm, and the results are always devastating. Isaiah 60:22 reassures us, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." Not you, not luck, not effort. God will make it happen. And when He does, it will be so overwhelming, so perfectly aligned, so undeniably miraculous that you will realize why the wait was necessary. Trust His pace. Trust His process. Trust that He sees what you cannot, knows what you cannot, and is working what you cannot. Your job is not to control the clock. Your job is to trust the Creator of time. Mistake 5. Forgetting to thank God before seeing the answer. Gratitude is not just a response to answered prayer. It is the fertilizer that causes the seeds of prayer to grow. Philippians 4:6 commands, "Present your requests to God with thanksgiving." Thanksgiving is not a suggestion, it is a strategy. It is a spiritual weapon. When you thank God before you see the answer, you declare, "I trust you more than I trust what my eyes see." Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance. It turns waiting into worship. It transforms worry into wonder. When you fail to thank God, you miss the small miracles happening around you every day. You become blind to the signs that the breakthrough is already on the way. But when you cultivate a heart of thanksgiving, you align yourself with the rhythm of heaven. You live with eyes wide open to the goodness of God in every breath, every heartbeat, every sunrise. Thank Him now. Thank Him before the healing. Thank Him before the provision. Thank Him before the door opens. Gratitude is the sound of faith shouting into the unseen, I know you are working, I know you are faithful, I know you are good. Today you have learned the 5 critical mistakes that can silently destroy the power of your prayers. Doubting God's power, acting opposite to your faith, rushing ahead impatiently, distrusting God's timing, and forgetting to give thanks before the answer comes. Prayer is not a one-time event. It is a lifestyle. It is a journey of relentless trust, obedient action, surrendered patience, and joyful gratitude. If you want your prayers to move heaven, your life must echo your prayers with consistency and fire. Pray boldly, believe fiercely, act faithfully, wait courageously, thank constantly, and watch how heaven responds with miracles you never even dared to imagine. If this message resonated with your heart, type Amen in the comments as a declaration of your faith, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a chance to keep growing deeper, stronger, and bolder in your walk with God. Your breakthrough is not coming. It's already on the way. Stand firm, stay expectant, move in faith, because heaven is about to move for you.